Fond of a title, I guess. It's called Graduate Record Examination, but it's all about a reasoning test. Reasoning skills are very important in the US. You reason out through your mathematics and you reason out through your language. That's all there is. And of course there is analytical writing. And don't forget that what you're going to do, that is to apply to the US and try to get into the university of your dreams. Well, the whole world is competing. So you need to be a step above the others. You got to have that edge over the others in your application. My suggestion to you is, if there is any relevant GRE subject test, go ahead and do it. If it is mathematics, I'm pretty sure most of you here will do excellently in the mathematics paper. Go ahead and do that, because that will give you, okay, say there are 2 applications from South Asia, one from India, one from Sri Lanka, same region, same qualifications, but here's somebody who has done the GRE subject test and very well too. So that might give you the edge over the other of getting in. And funding too. Funding is also another factor. I'll talk to you a little bit more about the recommendations. That should include academic and work experience, because I'm talking again about the recommendations because it's important. So you got to choose and cultivate the writers, your professors, whoever was given the work experience that you're going to do. You have your practical training component and 6 months of training, I guess. So start making notes from the day you go into work, and build up your skills during that, and then give those notes to your people. Choose and cultivate your writers carefully, and also identify people who know you and like you. People who know you would have a lot to write about you, who like you would take that extra concern instead of taking a name off and putting your name. It has to be written for you. What should go into it is, you should have the group with which you are compared, and also the skills assessments. Things like your intellectual ability, your knowledge of the field, your motivation, your work habits, seriousness, your initiative, your emotional maturity, not only academic maturity, your emotional maturity, your teaching and research potential, interactive abilities, and another thing is being able to handle stress. Now let's take a little more time to talk about the graduate financial aid, because we are all interested in that. And I guess you know a little bit about financial aid available in the US universities. Can I ask you how many of you know about apart from the Fulbright scholarships, how many of you know about the financial aid? We can build up on that. Yes, sir. Okay. What do you know? Right? Right, you can get sponsored, you can get scholarships, and the main thing, what most Sri Lankans would get, are these assistantships, yes. Well, let's take each one. Fellowships. Fellowships are wonderful if you can get, but keep in mind that it's entirely on merit. So you have to be the world's best who got into that particular university to get fellowships. But keep it, again, there are some universities who are very competitive. Everybody who gets in would get fellowships. So it's that competitive to get in as well. Then there are the scholarships like the Fulbright scholarships, a few, and I can talk to you now about another one that I came across, and because it is again Rotary, this scholarship has been in place for some time, but I don't think it has been exploited by Sri Lankans much. It's called Georgia Rotary Student Program. And very briefly, this scholarship covers funds for 1 year, 1 full year to study and live in the US. But only thing is, it is in Georgia, the state of Georgia. The Rotary is hosted by the Rotary Club of Georgia, and your application has to get endorsed by a Rotary Club in Sri Lanka. And if you get that, you get 1 year's full funding. So look out for opportunities like that. We do have a lot of information like this, the specific and special financial aid opportunities in our office at number 22. I know you have got the contact information with you now. And then we'll talk about the assistantships because those are the most popular. There are the TAs and the RAs. This is where for a maximum of 20 hours per week, you can help a professor either by teaching or research. And as a benefit or as a gratitude or whatever, they take away, if you get a full assistantship, most probably your tuition would be waived off and you'll be paid according to the number of hours you are working. And then there are other things like career-related internships where you can work outside, but on an F1, when you go as a student, you will be going in what is called an F1 visa. On a student visa or an F1 visa, you cannot work outside without permission. It's not legal. So if you want to work legally, then it is possible, but work it through the university and you can work on career-related internships. And of course, there are the campus employments, but those are low pay but when compared to the other stuff. So basically I will give you more time for questions, and to wind up my bit of explanation, the contents of the final application packet would be your application form. Some universities would require an application fee. Some don't if you apply online. Most of the universities might exempt your fee. Then official academic records, your grades, degrees and courses. Another tip is to send your syllabus when you are sending your application. I don't know whether Moratua has uploaded the application, the syllabus onto a website. If it has, then give the link. Otherwise, send a copy of your syllabus, the coursework, because it helps them to understand how much you know about the subject, etc. The test scores, your GRE and the TOEFL, letters of recommendation, your statement of purpose, and the documentation of finances. So those are the things that go into the final application packet. You generally apply to about 10 to 12 universities. In that 10 to 12 universities, you should, don't forget, you might have, sometimes you feel, oh, I would love to apply to MIT, but I know I won't get in. How do you know if you don't apply, whether you get in or not? My argument has always been that. And it has been successful for some people. If you feel you match any particular university that might seem very challenging, even if you have maybe your GPA is 2 points less, but you have a good GRE score, these things balance. Or you have a lot of leadership skills, or you have arranged and worked and done a lot of activities in the universities. So it's a counterbalance. Don't just drop simply because one person, somebody says, no, you useless applying to this particular university, because you will never get in. Again, I say, if that is where you want, and if you feel that you would fit in with that university, go ahead and apply. What? If you don't get in, you don't. But then, if you don't apply, you wouldn't get in anyway. So go ahead and apply. So my argument is that And I would suggest, you know, your